For as long as humans have walked the earth, we have sought shelter. From the harshest deserts to the coldest tundras, survival has depended on our ability to create a haven from the elements. The earliest forms of tents, simple structures of animal hides draped over wooden frames, provided this essential protection. These rudimentary shelters, evidence found in archaeological sites around the world, speak to the ingenuity of our ancestors. As civilizations evolved, so too did their tents. Egyptian pharaohs used grand pavilions for ceremonial purposes, showcasing their wealth and power. Roman legions, masters of logistics, utilized standardized tents for their soldiers, ensuring efficiency and order on their campaigns. The development of new materials and techniques further refined the art of tent making. Silk, with its remarkable strength-to-weight ratio, became a sought-after material for tents, particularly among nomadic peoples. From those first humble shelters to the sophisticated designs of today, tents continue to provide us with a connection to the outdoors and a sense of security in the wild. Today's tents are a far cry from their ancient predecessors. Advanced materials and manufacturing techniques have revolutionized tent design, resulting in shelters that are lighter, stronger, and more weather-resistant than ever before. Nylon, a synthetic polymer, has become the gold standard for tent fabrics. Its exceptional strength, durability, and resistance to mildew and abrasion make it ideal for withstanding the rigors of outdoor use. Polyester, another synthetic fabric, is often blended with nylon to enhance specific characteristics. Tent poles, the skeletal structure of a tent, have also undergone significant advancements. Aluminum alloys, favored for their high strength-to-weight ratio and resistance to bending, are now the industry standard. Fiberglass poles, known for their affordability and flexibility, are often used in less demanding applications. Mesh panels provide ventilation and reduce condensation, while taped seams prevent water from seeping through stitch holes. Reflective elements increase visibility at night, and zipper pulls designed for gloved hands enhance usability in cold weather. The journey from raw materials to a finished tent fabric is a fascinating blend of science and engineering. For nylon and polyester fabrics, it begins with the creation of synthetic fibers. These fibers are produced through a process called extrusion, where molten polymers are forced through tiny holes to create continuous strands. The strands are then cooled, stretched and wound onto spools, ready for weaving. The weaving process involves interlacing two sets of threads at right angles to form a fabric. The specific weave pattern used determines the fabric's characteristics, such as its strength, durability and tear resistance. Once the fabric is woven, it undergoes a series of treatments to enhance its performance. Dyeing adds color and can also improve the fabric's resistance to UV degradation. Waterproofing treatments, often applied in multiple layers, prevent water from penetrating the fabric while still allowing it to breathe. Finally, the finished fabric is inspected for any defects and then cut and sewn into the various components of a tent. Designing a tent is a delicate balancing act between form and function. The tent must provide ample living space, withstand the elements, and be lightweight and packable. Tent designers use computer-aided design software to create virtual prototypes and test different configurations. They consider factors such as the intended use of the tent, the number of occupants, and the expected weather conditions. Tent shapes are carefully chosen to optimize stability, wind resistance, and interior space. Dome tents, popular for their ease of setup and stability in windy conditions, are characterized by their rounded shape and intersecting poles. Tunnel tents, known for their lightweight and aerodynamic design, feature a long, tubular shape that sheds wind effectively. Cabin tents, prized for their spacious interiors and near vertical walls, are ideal for family camping. Ventilation is a crucial consideration in tent design, as it prevents condensation buildup and ensures a comfortable interior climate. Mesh panels strategically placed throughout the tent allow for airflow while keeping insects at bay. Rainflies, waterproof outer layers that drape over the tent body, provide additional protection from the elements while still allowing for ventilation. Section 5. From factory floor to field, assembling a tent. The assembly of a tent is a meticulous process that requires skilled labor and attention to detail. The tent body, typically made from a single piece of fabric or multiple panels sewn together, forms the main living space. Poles are inserted into designated sleeves or clips on the tent body, creating the tent's structural framework. The poles are then tensioned, either by threading them through rings or buckles to create a taut and stable structure. Guy lines, ropes attached to the tent body and anchored to the ground, provide additional stability and wind resistance. Seams are sealed using a specialized tape that prevents water from seeping through stitch holes. Zippers are carefully sewn into place and zipper pulls are attached, allowing for smooth opening and closing of doors and windows. Finally, the assembled tent undergoes a thorough inspection to ensure that all components are properly attached and functioning correctly. Section 6. The test of time, quality control and testing. Quality control and testing are paramount in the tent manufacturing process, ensuring that each tent meets the highest standards of durability, weather resistance and performance. Throughout the manufacturing process, materials and components undergo rigorous testing to ensure they meet the required specifications. Fabric samples are subjected to tensile strength tests, tear resistance tests, and water repellency tests. Poles are tested for their ability to withstand bending and breaking under pressure. Zippers are tested for their durability and resistance to snagging. Seams are tested for their waterproofness using a specialized shower test, where the tent is subjected to a simulated downpour to ensure that no water leaks through. In addition to laboratory testing, many tent manufacturers also conduct field testing. This real-world feedback is invaluable for identifying any potential design flaws or areas for improvement. Section 7. Ready for adventure. Packing and distribution. Once a tent has passed all quality control checks, it is carefully packed and prepared for distribution. Tents are typically packed in durable stuff sacks or carry bags, designed to protect the tent during transportation and storage. Poles are bundled together, and stakes are often stored in separate pouches. Many manufacturers also include repair kits containing patches, seam sealer, and spare parts to address any minor repairs that may be needed in the field. Tents are then shipped from the factory to warehouses and distribution centers around the world, ready to be delivered to retailers and eager customers. From the factory floor to the trailhead, the journey of a tent is a testament to human ingenuity and our desire to connect with the natural world. Section 8. Choosing your home away from home. Selecting the right tent. Selecting the right tent can be a daunting task, given the wide variety of designs, sizes, and features available. The first step is to consider your specific needs and intended use. Will you be backpacking deep into the wilderness, car camping with family, or embarking on a mountaineering expedition? Each activity requires a different type of tent, optimized for weight, space, or weather resistance. Next, determine the number of occupants the tent needs to accommodate. Tents are typically sized based on sleeping capacity, but it's important to consider the amount of gear you'll be bringing and whether you'll need extra space for lounging or cooking. If you're planning on camping with children or pets, factor in their space requirements as well. Consider the expected weather conditions you'll be camping in. If you'll be braving harsh winds or heavy rain, prioritize tents with sturdy pole structures, waterproof fabrics, and fully sealed seams. For warmer climates, ventilation becomes paramount, so look for tents with ample mesh panels and breathable fabrics. Section 9. Pitching into the future innovations in tent technology. The world of tent technology is constantly evolving, with manufacturers continually pushing the boundaries of design, materials, and performance. One area of innovation is in the development of lighter and more packable tents, catering to the growing popularity of backpacking and adventure travel. New fabrics such as Cuben fiber and Silnylon offer exceptional strength-to-weight ratios, allowing for tents that are both ultralight and incredibly durable. Another area of focus is on enhancing sustainability. Some manufacturers are incorporating recycled materials into their tents, reducing their environmental impact. Others are experimenting with biodegradable materials such as bioplastics, in an effort to create tents that can be safely returned to the Earth at the end of their lifespan. Smart tents, equipped with integrated technology, represent another exciting frontier in tent innovation. While still in their early stages, these advancements hint at a future where our tents are not just shelters, but intelligent companions on our outdoor adventures.